What is happening? Welcome back to The Past Alive. This past Saturday, I took a trip out to a flea market in a town called Mercersburg, Pennsylvania, about 2.5 hours away from my house. It's one that I found on Google Maps. It's called the Foothill Flea Market, and it is kind of like literally in the middle of nowhere, as you can see in the video. But we have a very big outdoor barn, actually two of them, one much larger than the other one. As soon as you walk in, you will notice it is an all gravel floor or lack thereof inside of here, but there are a lot of things to look at. And I found baseball cards right away. You see a box full of 1972 tops and also some upper deck inserts from the early 90s. There's a McGuire, a Larkin, and even some football cards in there. This shelf had a 1960 Whitey Ford and some more vintage. Price-wise, didn't really see anything that caught my eye or anything that I was in the market for. But some nice cards nonetheless, and I stumbled across this old baseball card collector's case that I had. I used to have 1989 Bowman jammed in there, and it literally bent most of the cards. They even have a freaking arcade in here, which is crazy. I came across this 98 home run chase McGuire Sosa. Had never seen this before. I think it was serial numbered. It's actually like a die-cast metal truck. Kind of a cool thing there. And how many of you guys remember these? The baseball cards on interactive CD-ROM, something that never really caught on. Looked around some more there, left, went into the other building, and like I said, about half the size of the first building, I stumbled across some cards in the very back of this place. Some older, early 80s Donruss, oversized cards, and then these, which I had never seen before, blank backs. Not too familiar with what those were. It seemed to be only Yankees players. Comment down below if you know what those were. And then also the same table had this box for $10. I went through it, and it seemed to be all 92 Fleer Ultra. So I'm going to pass on that box. And then towards the front, there's a table full of older baseball and sports literature in general. Lots of cool different magazines. You see an older baseball digest with Griffey on top. There are a good bit of cards to see here. So the showcases, one was mostly all baseball. As you can see, there's a second-year David Winfield, a Robin Yount rookie card, which I had my eye on that for $12. I ended up pulling that out of the showcase. It was very, very sun-faded and pretty beat up. Dave Concepcion rookie card, but even some Pirates team sets kind of towards the top of the case. But a lot of like pretty nice cards in this case. There's some Nellie Fox cards at 58, and some decent rookie cards in there tucked away as well. You see a Dave Winfield rookie. I think that was $10. I ended up going on to look at that. And it was pretty beat up. Centering was off and rounded off corners. But a lot of cool cards to look at and just neat things in general. Second-year Henderson. A lot of vintage in this one particular showcase. You see a 1970 Tom Seaver's a Boog Powell rookie card. 1970 Willie Stargell. And then this case over here had primarily football. And my older football knowledge in general, not the best. I know like the very big names basically, but all the stuff from the 60s, 70s, there's a lot of those players I just don't know about. I don't know the rookie cards and things of that nature. So I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to this case. But if I passed over anything, that was an incredible deal. There's a Reggie White rookie card, the 86 tops. I know that one. Comment down below, let me know. And I found some binders that were also part of this booth. I think most of them were around like $25 a piece. They were different prices here and there depending on what was in there. Here's a binder from like mid-2000s. There's a lot of rookie cards and stuff like that, but I didn't really see anything that jumped out at me. There's a set with a 1960 design. That was an insert set. The mid-2000s, this binder was $14. And a bunch of 93 per deck. If there was a Jeter in there, I may have picked it up, but it seemed to be a partial set. So I left that one behind and continue to flip through them. We got some of those Donruss pop-ups in this binder. Some oversized 84 tops. The top super is a Tom Seaver 8x10 in there. It was not autographed. And then flipping through it, a lot of junk wax era cards. I was mostly looking for any bigger rookies that would have made the whole binder purchase worth it. But there's a lot of Reds players and things of that nature in there. So I'm going to end up passing on this binder as well. This one was around $12. Bunch of Canseco's in there, some Boggs. You get some bigger name players, but in this case, a lot of 10-cent quarter box cards, ones that I already have so many of, so nothing in there really caught my eye. Then this table had some sets. I believe these were all $9 a piece. You got 92 Fleer, 91 tops. They're all hand collated, but it's not really too bad of a price, even though those are junk wax era sets. We got some dirty, and the urine-colored top loaders in a box there, and a lot of stuff was covered in dust, but a lot of neat things kind of just sitting around these tables. I think this guy's been a vendor here for quite a while. We've got some older binder pages there. I think those are $9 a page. I decided to leave after that, and I got a tip from somebody else. There's a place in Fayetteville called Fayetteville Antiques and Crafts. So it's about a half hour up the road, and I decided to go visit this place and see if I could find any cards. And sure enough, as soon as I walked in, showcases full of them. Price-wise, I will let you guys be the deciding factor on if these prices were reasonable. There's a Brian Taylor 92 tops for $6. And some more vintage down below. You see an 87 tops and a 1990 tops Mattingly, along 93 Mattingly in the showcase. There's a Jim Rice rookie in there. Aaron Seeley, oversized finest card. We've been pumping that back in the day. David Need, plaque. That's a blast from the past. There's a Marischal rookie card in there, 1961. I don't know how I didn't notice that. I was too focused on these Willie Mays prices. You got a good glance at those. I thought those were just a little bit too high. So I walked around some more, looking for some more awesome collectibles, and I came across this Toys R Us, Kids R Us collectibles truck, $95. 89 Bowman set for $20, hand collated. There was a vendor here that had a lot of different boxes of cards. A lot of Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. You see here there are some 70s commons and stuff, just all thrown around in there. No rhyme or reason to these boxes. But I did find a box that had a lot of first Bowmans in there. I went through like one column of it, and I didn't really see anything too prominent. So I kind of gave up the search after that. But I believe these were all 50 cents a piece. But you could spend all afternoon in here looking through these boxes. Found another showcase with Carlos Garcia in it, and a Cecil Fielder for $20 for his rookie. I left there after seeing that Cecil Fielder, went to the next building over, and found more cards as soon as I walked in. This random box, 2 for $5. I'm going to go through that and find some cards that I'll show you at the end of the video. But there were a lot of relics in here. There's a ton of relics set out in this particular showcase, which is not something I really collect, so I'm going to be more focused on that box and seeing what's in there. Another vendor here had some wax, but nothing really that I'm looking for in particular. Even some hand collated sets. You see 88 tops, 86 tops, super. And here's a set I picked up recently, 93 Bowman for $100 in the binder. I bought it for $12. I was missing, I think, 2 common cards. So I'm going to pass on that. And look at this, a 9.37 Steven Strasburg. That's kind of a weird grade there. I don't know what grading company that was, but a 9.37. Very interesting to see that. I guess it's like a PSA 9 Griffey rookie card in there. I forget what that was, but I passed on what was in those showcases, and I kept looking around, trying to find rookie cards that I need for my PC. Mostly vintage, or I'm always looking to replace ones that I previously have already bought. This showcase was in a different room. You got some autographed balls in there. I think one was signed by Robin Ventura. There are some autographed cards in here as well as that's a mixture of different years of rookies. You got some slabs in there, CSG, a Bo Jackson, 87 tops. There's an Ian Happ autograph, a Shaq rookie card. Rafael Devers rookie in the showcase. And you're going to see a McGuire rookie card. That one was $15. But the Saberhagen 84 Fleer update for $10. I feel like that's a pretty good deal. That set has gone astronomical in price. And there's a Juan Gonzalez reverse negative up there. I think that was $3. I already have it, so I'm going to pass on that as well. Came across another showcase. Lots of cards to look at in here. This guy had a lot of nice stuff, and I feel like his prices were more than reasonable. You're going to see a lot of cool autographs in here. He had vintage. He had junk wax rookies, early 80s rookies. You're going to see Tony Gwynn rookies in here for, I think they're $12 for his 83 tops. Boggs rookies, I think, for $8. You got a stack of Griffeys back there, Frank Thomas. And then down below, you had some wax, doubleheaders, Batman Returns, and a whole bunch of sets. And I thought 93 tops, hand collated set for $20 is a pretty good price. I almost bought that. 86 top sets, I think, were $20. But a lot of this stuff, these are already sets that I have in my collection already. So I'm going to pass on the majority of these, although I was very tempted for 93 tops, but I do have a few of those already. 87 Donruss for $20. I feel like that's definitely a pretty good deal. He's got some card savers down there as well. And I really want to give you a feel for what all these cards that he had there were. I think he has a Greg Maddux rookie in there for $4, his 87 Donruss. And there's a lot of modern stuff, too. There's a Mountcastle autograph. I think that was $30 for his Platinum Anniversary on-card autograph. Also a box there, too. I think a lot of these were different prices, but I'm going to end up finding a couple rookies in there that I need for my PC, which I will show you later on in the video. You see first Bowman Syndergaard. There's a Paul Molitor slab. I think it's a Beckett 4, a Jerry Rice SGC 4.5 on top there. There's some Clemente slabs in there too that I thought were decently priced for how high the grades were. So if you live in the Fayetteville area and you haven't been to the Antiques and Crafts Mall, you might want to go check this place out if you're a card collector, because there's definitely a lot of variety to pick from there. Down below you have some more modern slabs. There's a Pete Alonso Bowman Chrome, graded by SGC, and at Eddie Murray, 4.5, his 78 Topps rookie card. I forget what the price tag on that was. It wasn't too crazy. And down below you got some boxes of singles, which I didn't bother going through those while I was there. There was way too much to look at. And a tower of 90 Fleur updates. I walked around some more, bought some things after going through some boxes, and decided it was time to go look around in a third building, actually 3 buildings here, and I found some sets as soon as I walked in there. 90 Bowman. I think these were like $5 a piece or something like that, or somewhere in that range, but there was really nothing that I needed. I have so much bulk of these years of collecting to begin with. But these caught my eye down below. A vintage Turtles puzzle from the late 80s. I thought that was pretty cool. Some paper loss on the box. I think that was like $10. I'm going to pass on that. And I was hoping to find a Ghostbusters puzzle in there, but there was no such thing. And then looking around a little more, I found this beauty, a G.I. Joe sleeping bag. It's not something I really see all too often. It was $25. And I have a whole bunch of sleeping bags from different toy lines laying around, so I'm going to pass on those. And I decided to make my way up the road about another half hour to Waynesboro, PA, to a place called 1884 Market House. I had saw online that they had cards advertised, and this guy had a whole bunch of wax, modern wax, in his booth. So a lot of modern wax in this particular booth. And then up on the third floor, they actually have a glass walkway. And I had to film this because I thought it was freaking awesome. Not something you typically see at an old antique mall. Super cool touch there. You see a bunch of collectibles down on the floor below. And then on my way down the stairs, I came across an original Mona Lisa. Just kidding. It was $1 million, but it says just kidding on there as a print, obviously. And finally, some Ghostbusters merchandise. We got some water bottles there. Those are pretty cool. And some 92 Topps tucked away in the showcase. I think those were $2.50 a pack. And we got some Mattel Ghostbusters figures. And a lot of loose figures alongside those. This place had a lot of just action figures in general. And then, of course, this Ecto one caught my eye. I think that was a Playmobil one from a few years ago. A lot of Barbies and stuff like that over there. But I want to do a pan around just so you can see the amount of figures that are in this place. That was just one particular booth. And we got some Alf lunch boxes there. I used to love Alf as a kid back in the 80s. And there's a 90 Bowman set in a showcase. I think that was like $12.50. And some football singles, which I'm not going to look through. It's not something I particularly collect, so I just kind of left that alone. And a showcase dedicated to TMNT. And we have some Motu figures in there also. A lot of accessories alongside those. And some more figures. But very cool building, though. There's lots to look at in here. It'd take you quite a while to go through everything. This stand had some actual Phillies autographs. You saw Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard. There's Brett Myers. These were all $5. Shane Victorino. No, there's no COA, I don't think, with any of these, but Billy Wagner. I think Billy Wagner's going to be a future Hall of Famer for $5. I think that's a pretty good deal for his autograph. And some more Jimmy Rollins. You have Mike Lieberthal there. And a new to the Hall, Scott Rowland. I think that was $10. Chase Utley and Kenny Lofton. So those were kind of cool to see those. If you're a Phillies fan, you're in the area, check them out. So I bought some things, made my way back home, and now we're going to go through everything I picked up. Then back from my travels, it's time to check out what I picked up. I didn't grab a whole lot of stuff. As most of you guys know, antique malls have a tendency to inflate prices, much more so than flea markets. But I grabbed a little stack of cards. The first ones I'm going to share with you, Matt Olson rookie cards from 2017 Topps, Series 2. I feel like for someone who was mashing home runs the way he was this past season, couldn't go wrong grabbing those for 2 for $5. Those were from the 2 for $5 box. The next one from a different vendor, a card I've never seen before from Barry Bonds rookie year, 87 Action All-Stars. Kind of a very vague back to this. If you have seen this card before, let me know down below in the comments. It's one that I have never come across in all my years of collecting. So I was like, I'm going to pick that one up, probably put it in my rookie box. Here is a guy I'm pretty hopeful for the future, Bryson Stott, and his Bowman Chrome rookie card. I was pretty excited to see this because I knew I didn't have this one. A lot of times I end up buying the same rookie cards over and over again. This is one I was sure didn't have from last year's Bowman Chrome. So for $2, I thought that was a pretty cool thing to come across. Jock Peterson 2015 Topps Chrome. I have him in my rookie box, and I knew I didn't have his Topps Chrome, so that was one naturally I had to add. I think that was $2, so I picked that one up. Same Victor Robles, his Topps Chrome rookie card. Sepia, I figured I might as well pick this one up as well from 2018 Topps Chrome. And here's kind of a cool one, too. For as good as a career as Paul Konerko had, I thought this is a pretty cool on-card autograph to come across for only $5. Blue ink from with a 92 Major League debut design. This is from last year's archives. And I was like, for $5, I will grab that one. Not a Hall of Famer. Will he ever get in? It's very tough to say. Probably not, but definitely a solid ball player nonetheless. So for $5, I figured I could not pass on a Paul Konerko autograph. And the last card I picked up, probably the biggest one, I wanted to grab something for my PC. A Tony Perez 1965 Topps. The same guy that had the Paul Konerko had this for $50, and I just felt like that was a pretty decent deal. It is a little bit off-center, but the corners, the edges, they're pretty decent. Now, this is one I picked up a few years back at an antique mall in Maryland. I paid $42.50 for this one. This was in my rookie box previously. I didn't have a penny sleeve on it. I just literally bought it from the antique mall and put it directly into my rookie box. But you see that bum corner up there? The edges they're decent, but the corners more so, they're kind of beat up. You can see the white showing around those, but like this one just looked so much better. And I didn't really know I took a chance on it. I just thought to myself, this seems like it's better than the one I already have. So, but the centering on the one I previously had owned is a little bit better, not by much. So I'll probably keep this one, and I'll probably part with that one at some point very soon, maybe even for tomorrow night's auction. But that is it for this episode of the Weekend Recap. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's always so much fun to go out and explore new places that you've never been to. You never know what you're going to find. So please let me know if you enjoyed the video, what your favorite card that I picked up was. I'd love to hear from you guys. And I'll see you all back tomorrow night for a live sports card auction, approximately 8 p.m. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great night.